Hello, Just Jax here and welcome to my channel. Still tweaking with a new camera, trying a slightly different setting, raised it up quite a bit more so we've got a little bit more space, so I'm going to have to tweak it a little bit further and perhaps take it up another half a foot at least. But right now I think we should be good for what we're going to do today. So we're going to continue testing it. Try and get my mic to stay where I want it. I've also adjusted the mic because I think it was too far up. So we'll see. We're going to continue testing it with some drawing. This is something that I said I was going to do for a while, but whilst we're in that testy frame of mind and that pencily frame of mind, I'm going to show you a nice, easy, fun, easy. Yeah, it is easy. Outcome will just be dependent on your skill level. But it's still going to be fun to do. I'm going to show you how to make your own Cryptid / Mythological Beast. It's a fun way to do it. I've done this before, both in sculpture and in drawing. I go through my animal book, or any reference you've got for animals, online, books, whatever. I just happen to love books, and this book in particular, and pick 3 animals, and we're going to try and fuse them together. And it hasn't got to be an overcomplicated fuse. Sometimes I've just put, head on the body on the tail of something. Sometimes I'll mix it around so there's a bit merged into the other one. So that's what we're going to try and do. We're going to flex our pencil skills a little bit more. I have picked 3 animals. I've picked the Thompson's gazelle, a dragonfish, and mantis. So I'm going to go with the head of the Thompson's gazelle, the body, or dragonfish / lurefish, and perhaps like the arms and the legs of the mantis. So let's just get trying and see what we can create. So I'm not going to make it too big. This will also test what this camera can do, and on the adjusted settings. It's a cryptid. You haven't got to be too worried about everything being in proportion. It's nice to flex that skill and get it in proportion, but you don't have to. It's part of the fun's going to be in creating something that hasn't been seen before. I'm going to put a fair bit of detail in, but we're not going to worry about it being too heavy. Well, depending on how you want to finish this, I'm going to line this and as a finishing bit, but you can just keep it as a pencil sketch and use like your different, blend your fur into whatever your next skin-like texture is, and so on and so forth. So this is where we're going to stop here. This is where we're going to start to look at the transformation into the next bit. So I want sort of a bit of this shape, but I'm going to get a lot of the detail from this guy down here. So I want a bit of movement in the body. And since we've already got the neckline coming down like that, we're going to come down here. They've both got very similar, well, all the little guys down here have all got very similar tails. Let's bring this more to the centre so you can see. Now that one at the back pretty much is doing this. Now, that one doesn't seem to have much of a lure. So we're going to take this guy's up here. Alright, this is what we got so far. We'll come back and look at what sort of markings we're going to have. Let's add our final piece. Let's have a look at how these limbs can be coming out. So we're going to imagine that this is like the wings essentially. So this is where we can have limbs coming out. Alright, now to start to get a bit of panning going down and to bring it all together, we will take some of this pattern, we'll rob some of it. Right, we're starting to get a cryptid here, / mythological beast. I don't think we'll take anything else from here. Back to our dragonfish. Not all of these have got scales, some of them are quite sleek. Well, they don't, you know, they're too dark to see that there's scales, so I'm going to take the pattern from this one. It's got this little bit of interesting sort of frilly bit going on around there, which we could have here. and this to suggest that that lower jaw can open up quite a bit wider. The only thing what we'll do is add this little menacing detail in the middle here. Now, it doesn't look menacing when it's on the Thompson's Gazelle as it is, but it does look menacing when it's on the Thompson's Gazelle as we have it. So I think we are going to go in and start lining this. And then what we'll do is we'll come back and we'll peck out. And we might just go black and white. We might add some colour, we'll see. And you can amend your lines as you go in, by the way. So that's what I'll be doing with aspects of this. Right, let's get rid of those lines and see how we look. That's how we stand at the moment. I am just going to pause for a second, get rid of all these rubber bits, and then we'll decide where we're going to black in and where we aren't. If we add any colour or if we don't, we'll make that decision in a second. Right, I've had a think about it. Let's go colour. I'm going to try the alcohol markers. And I may do some of the very, in fact I will right now, I'm going to do some of the very, very thin black with this. Right, sip of tea and let's decide how we're going to do this. This tub, for all of those out there who haven't seen it, good luck finding these now. I got in before they became a big TikTok thing. $7.99, home bargains. And they are really good. I want it to be vibrant to a degree because of the mantis, but quite dark because this is an underwater creature. This is a depth, like deep, deep down. What about vivid green? That could work. Vivid. We'll leave that out because we might need that to come in somewhere else. Now for these, marine blue. That might come in for the body. Though we could go... Yeah, I'm going to put this in here, and we'll put the pale. Although that needs to be dark, doesn't it? So it's just that hanging. So we want that quite light. Put that one there as well. Blue-grey. Yeah. That's actually quite a nice colour combination. Let's try and run in a bit of this. Perhaps this. Something pale in between there. I want a bit of a warning aspect to these, but I want to bring in some of the Thompson's Gazelle. Yes, this one. And something quite dark. What's the bronze like? Should be dark enough. Just to give it a little bit of definition so it doesn't look so flat. Now, that tended to be quite pale. That I want really, really bright. Vivid purple. That. And a bit of lemon. I'm going to be bringing a bit of that in there, but the ears I want them to be quite pale. Start with one of the paler ones. The body's going to make or break it. Now, we're going to have to be quite strategic with the body because I want it to be dark, but if it's all black, it's just going to be black. You won't see that there's definition running down the middle. So, using perhaps this Prussian, we're going to start here. I'm going to use this to break up the black. Some of this coming under where the creases are. I think we're going to have to go for it wherever I laid the black, right there. That looks like it's broken up the black just enough. I think that was that blue. The lemon yellow. We're looking pretty menacing. I don't know whether we should give this guy just a grey background. I mean, in for a penny, in for a pound, right? And we're just gonna start wisping around. We're done. The praying gangler, lurking in the murky depths. Little is known. People have thought they've seen it. It's been confused for a mermaid before in the past. People thought that they were manatees getting confused. No, it was the praying gangler. There we go. It's that much fun. You can make your own. It'll work. Pick any combination of animals and you'll be able to create something new. But let me know what you think. Did you find that interesting? Has it given you ideas to try and create your own mythical beast? Let me know. I'll be curious to hear. Well, thank you so much for stopping by and checking me and my channel out. I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope it's given you some ideas. Well, like if you like what you see, comment if you've got something to say, and subscribe if you really like what you see and you want to see more and know when it's coming. Thank you all again so much. Take care and see you in the next one.